Lots of Yellowstone spin-offs like Marshall's, Dutton Ranch, and The Madison are getting ready for release, and the universe created by Taylor Sheridan is clearly expanding very fast. But one series that still doesn't have much of an update is Yellowstone 4 Sixes. And honestly, this is one of the spin-offs that many of you are waiting for, including me. But the big question right now is, will it actually happen? And if it does, when will it release and what will it be about? Let's go through everything in detail. The biggest reason why this show is delayed is something that many people don't fully understand. The issue is not just a normal production delay. The real problem is how different 4 Sixes is from every other show in the Yellowstone universe. Most Yellowstone shows are filmed on sets or in controlled locations where production teams can manage everything easily. They can pause shooting, change schedules, and adjust scenes whenever needed. But 4 Sixes is completely different from that. This show is supposed to be filmed on a real active ranch. That means the 4 Sixes ranch is not a set. It is a real working place with real workers, real cattle operations, and a real business running every single day. Because of that, filming becomes very complicated. You cannot just take over the ranch for months like a normal set. Every scene, every shoot, and every movement of the crew has to fit around real-life ranch work. This alone makes 4 Sixes one of the hardest projects that Taylor Sheridan has ever attempted. And there is another important layer to this. Taylor Sheridan is not treating this show like normal entertainment. He actually owns the 4 Sixes ranch himself. The people working there are not actors, they are real families who depend on that ranch for their livelihood. So if the show ends up misrepresenting ranch life, or if it disrupts daily operations, or even if it feels fake, it could damage the ranch's reputation and affect real people. That is why Sheridan said this project needs a unique level of care. This is not just something he said for promotion, it is a real limitation that is slowing everything down. At the same time, even with all these challenges, there are strong reasons to believe that the show will still happen. This is not just another spin-off for Taylor Sheridan. This is something very personal to him. The ranch itself is part of his real life, and it even inspired many elements of the main Yellowstone story. Because of that, it is very likely that he will want to complete this project properly before moving on from his deal with Paramount. Looking at how his other shows are being planned and released, a 2027 release for 4 Sixes feels very realistic if everything goes smoothly from here. Now, coming to the story, this is where things get really interesting. The show's original concept makes it clear that this is not just going to be another drama. The 4 Sixes Ranch is one of the oldest and most legendary ranches in America. It was founded at a time when Comanche tribes ruled West Texas, which shows how deep its history goes. This is a place where the law of nature and human law come together, and life is often dangerous and unpredictable. The ranch is known for raising some of the best horses and livestock in the world, and it is also a place where top-level cowboys are trained and built. So what we are looking at here is not just a story, but a deeper look into real cowboy life, real work, and real struggles. That is what makes this show feel different and more grounded compared to other spin-offs. Now, there is still one big question about the storyline. Will 4 Sixes be set in the present day, or will it become a prequel like 1883? Both options are possible. A prequel version could explore the early days of the ranch and even connect to characters from 1883. But from everything we have seen so far, a present-day story feels more likely and also more exciting. If it is a present-day story, then Jimmy Herdstrom will most likely be the main focus. We already saw his journey in Yellowstone, especially in Season 4 when he was sent to the 4 Sixes Ranch. At that time, he was still inexperienced and struggling. But over time, he changed completely. He became a skilled cowboy, more confident, and more responsible. When he returned later, it really felt like the show was setting him up for something bigger. After the death of John Dutton, Jimmy's character also started to shift emotionally. Instead of staying back and processing everything, he chose to go back to Texas and continue working. That tells us a lot about how much he has grown. In 4 Sixes, we will likely see a more mature version of Jimmy, someone who takes his work seriously and fully belongs to the ranch. The show will probably explore his life, his responsibilities, and how he continues to grow as a cowboy. Along with Jimmy, Teeter is also expected to play an important role. After losing Colby, she was completely broken and had no reason to stay in Montana. Moving to the 4-6's ranch gives her a fresh start. Her story will likely focus on emotional healing, finding purpose again, and slowly getting back into ranch work. At the same time, her strong personality will definitely bring energy and intensity to the show. We will also see Travis, played by Taylor Sheridan, because of his connection to the ranch. And there is also talk about Matthew McConaughey possibly joining the show in an important role. While nothing is confirmed yet, his involvement would definitely add a strong presence to the series. In terms of overall story, the show will not just focus on individual characters. There will be a lot of drama coming from daily ranch life. There could be rivalries between workers, competition with other ranches in horse breeding and selling, and the constant challenges that come with working in such a tough environment. All of this will make the story feel real and grounded, not overly dramatic, but still engaging. Now the big question is, what do you think about Yellowstone 4-6s? Do you believe it will happen? And are you more interested in a present-day story or a prequel version? Let me know your thoughts.